How likely is it that you might make an appearance at EVO either this year or maybe sometime in the future?
Well, definitely not this year, because it's like tomorrow, right? You know? Talking about this and reminiscing, you know, you never know what the future can bring. You just don't know! Yeah, and just to see that you have a list of questions there from a bunch of people that are curious about how it was during our time, it's pretty inspiring.
Cool.
So, you know, I'm not going to say that it's never going to happen, but you just don't know.
Alright, so during the fighting days, we always had rivalries between me and you, obviously. But did it ever extend beyond that? Was it always local, or was there hatred in other parts?
Well, that was always a kind of a rivalry between Northern Cal and Southern Cal. To be perfectly honest, I do think that Southern Cal, at the time, before anyone started screaming at me, had the advantage. And the only reason I say that, and we talked earlier about myself and Mike, we played Tomo the night before in practice. But in the tournament, I mean, they had all their best guys there, as far as I know. We had all our best guys there, right? And in the tournament, you and I, we took first and second place. And we didn't get a chance to play Tomo in the tournament because he lost to Jeff Schaefer, right? And he lost to Matt Howard.
Matt Howard, local Chun-Li player.
Local Chun-Li, played at UCLA. The best Chun-Li I've ever seen, you know, granted. But Thomas lost to two guys from LA, and he was supposed to be the best from Northern Cal, right?
Right.
So, honestly,
he didn't get a chance to play us.
We didn't get a chance to play him. I wish I would have. Honestly, I do. I wish you would have, right? But we didn't get a chance to play. But, you know, he played Jeff Schaefer, so that's a pretty good measuring stick, I think.
Right.
But he was considered to be the best. You know, we didn't get a chance to play him. I'm disappointed with that, but honestly, I do think Southern Cal was a little better. Shoot me now if you want to. All you folks from Northern Cal.
But going back to the point, like you say, when you're a kid, how often and how hard would you say you would practice?
Every day, all day, man. Every day, all day. That's what it took.
In other words, you have to practice. To the point where the moves and combinations are second nature. So you can go beyond the technique and study the psychology of your opponent. Right. Then you can psych your opponents on with stuff you know they won't be expecting. You know, the same thing I'm always doing to you. I'm starting to hate this guy.
You know, went from being a straight A student to a straight C and D student. When I was 14 and 15 years old, my parents didn't like it too much, but you know, that's what it takes to win.
So would you say your formula for being a good Street Fighter player is to drop out of school and play Street Fighter?
Kids drop out of school? No. No, the winning formula is you got to be real devoted, you know? I mean, you look at Tiger Woods, does he play golf on the side? You look at Michael Jordan, does he play basketball on the side? No. You got to be all in, so that's the winning formula. But stay in school. Parents yelling at me.
That's some good advice, Tomo. So over all your career victories, I'm sure there was a few losses. Would you like to tell us one of your most memorable losses?
Oh, they were all memorable. Every single loss is memorable.
Is there any one person in particular that you hated losing to or you felt you shouldn't have lost to?
Anybody I lost to, I always feel like I shouldn't have lost, and it always pissed me off. But it was good, you know, that's what kept you interested. Anytime I lost, that kind of re-motivated me, right? So I know I lost to you at least a few times. I know I lost to Cooney in a tournament. Cooney, crazy, pull your hair out, want to stab himself in the leg after he lost. Cooney. The Cooney.
Can you describe him, what character he plays?
Tall Japanese dude, he plays Zangief, really emotional for a Japanese guy. And I remember I lost to him in a tournament, and he was just so happy, he was just celebrating. And that was motivational for me. But yeah, every loss was memorable, definitely.
And out of everything you've gained or lost from Street Fighter, what do you think you might miss the most ever since you retired?
Just the competition and the camaraderie. You know, hanging out with all the guys, being friendly with everyone, yet wanting to kill them all at the same time. That was the thrill, and then of course, you know, the biggest thrill was winning, right?
All right.